We're Ellie and Luke. 3 years ago, we bought an abandoned homestead in North Idaho with the simple goal of transforming it into a self-sufficient getaway. After 2 years of preparing the land, we're finally ready to start our biggest project yet, our off-grid tiny home. Follow along as we experience the trials and tribulations of building completely off the grid and by ourselves. The North Idaho nomads are finally settling down, and we can't wait to share this adventure with you. We're back on our off-grid tiny home build, and this time we're finishing the fascia. For real this time. This video was shot a while ago, so don't be surprised to see blue skies and sunshine instead of winter snow. Hello, future Ellie here. The video you're about to watch today is going to be Luke and I putting up the finished fascia boards on the roof of our cabin. And the reason you're watching future me tell you this is because when I went to upload the footage, I accidentally deleted the opener clip. So, yep, we're gonna work on that in this video, and enjoy.
All right, so as you can see, I ran out of ice and water shield, just about got finished. And I'm not about to spend $200 more to use, I don't know, a little chunk of the roll. So I'm going to attempt to use is this flashing, which is pretty much the same concept that was generously donated to me by my buddy Mike. So thank you, Mike. So we're going to try to get this last little section covered with that. And we'll be done with this so we can start working on actual metal. That is the plan.
How's it going up there?
Oh, it's going.
What color tin are we gonna get?
Not sure yet.
Whatever they have. Can you get black?
I think so. Alright, we're calling that good. Enough. Now, we're going to start flashing the front.
So while Luke climbs up on the roof, I'm going to paint some fascia boards, and I left my nice tripod at home, and I'm really annoyed, so I got to find something to rest this camera on so I can show you guys me painting. It's okay, just resting a very expensive camera on the edge of a truck. That might be the best we're gonna get. I like this paint. Are you doing like a thin coat, multiple thin coats?
I do. Oh, move it up. Get all the dirt off. So, just make sure all the cracks get filled. I'll do the side.
Okay.
And kind of like get underneath a little bit.
Okay.
But you'll see when you do that, it leaves like a barrier. So you have to, after you do the side, you have to do the top.
Okay. Oh no.
And this roller sucks. Leaves like big chunks of roller. On it.
All done. We'll let this dry and then we'll do another coat. Okay, while I wait for the paint to dry, Look, I am gonna go check on the game cameras, at least a couple of them. There's a handful on the edge of our property that I can access easily. I'm gonna swap the cards out. And I can't view any of them. I can view one though, so we'll see if there's anything on it. Here's our sad little pond that's totally dried up. Here's camera number 1. Well, that's a terrible design. Oh my god. One down. There's 3 more, but 2 of them I can't ever get open, so I need Luke to do that. Wow, it's gonna be a really hot day and I didn't bring a t-shirt. Thought it was gonna be cold. Here's the nice one. This is our Cam Park camera. Man, I cannot say enough good things about this model. It got sent to us a while ago. I'll put a link in the description for sure and a link on the screen. This model is awesome. It is solar powered. Just set it and leave it, and Bluetooth, so I can watch it from my phone. I can actually watch it on the screen on there. It's awesome. I love it. I forgot what model it is though, so I'll just put it on the screen right here what model it is. Well, I sung this thing's praises and it's not working, of course. That's what always happens. So it turns out the game camera was working just fine. I just couldn't see the screen in the light, and it's not going to show up on camera, but we just saw probably the most incredible thing we've ever seen on the game cameras. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 cougars just strolling right down the driveway. And they looked big, so I mean, cougars don't hang out like full-grown mountain lions.
Well, if it's their cubs, yeah, but
yeah, they were big
I don't know that
cubs.
3 cubs is common.
Really?
Could be wrong, but it seems like a lot. And they were
big
cubs.
Yeah, they weren't kitties. Murder mittens.
Wrap it up. Back to work. Can you grab my dirty hat out of the truck?
Dirty hat out of the truck. Sorry.
Can't believe we saw 4 cougars.
That's terrifying. Just strolling through. And if we saw the black bear, the only thing we're missing is wolves, which I wouldn't be surprised if they're here.
No, don't throw, just climb.
Oh.
It's like by 2 feet. You need to get 2 rungs. That's good. Thank you. Hey.
I would say how much I don't like this, but I know Luke doesn't like it either. Alright, so Luke got little, what do you want to call them? Just braces?
Yeah.
In place up along the roof. So now he's got to bring up the already painted fascia boards right there. And I think he's going to install them from the roof instead of trying to climb on this death trap. I mean scaffolding.
Now, the challenge is getting that scaffolding up there. It's going to take 2 of us. go ahead and set your end down.
On wood?
Set it down. There you go.
I'm in bed. That's pretty much the best angle we're gonna get.
Oh, you piece of...
Is there a screw sticking out?
Yes. Alright, and green case.
This case?
Looking for a bit. Yep, like this green one, but black and bigger. Naturally.
Time to go do my air. Run it up to Luke. I'm so hot. I could be in shorts right now.
Yeah.
I swear I have something under my overalls. It's just 1,000 degrees. So Luke ran into a snag. Literally, there was one screw sticking out just a little too far. So right now he's working on digging it out, smashing it back in, not sure. But then when he is ready, I'll run this up. It's just a scrap of the roofing tape, whatever you want to call it. And we'll use it to patch the hole he had to cut. Good thing I'm here. Only one more on the front.
Yep.
This is just like the most awkward angle to work at. So this one's done. Now we gotta... No, this one's done. Now we gotta work on the one down at that end. Okay, but in theory though, once you get this last bit of fascia up, this is the last time, at least for a while, you have to work on this front end.
I think so.
So Luke's gonna put up the second piece of fascia, and then the whole front will be done, and that should be the hardest part of this. It's just hard because it's a really awkward angle. I'm gonna walk in and show you, ooh, spooky, what our cabin looks like right now. It is just a totally enclosed shed. Here we go. So, here it is. Awesome. Kind of hard to tell from this angle, but here it is, and something that's kind of gross is, unfortunately, we had some tenants move in before we could do anything. Ew! There's hundreds of these under this tarp right now. Stink bugs! Yuck! Oh, God. Ew. So, there's probably like 100 under this tarp right now. They just crawled in, and you know, we didn't really have everything. There's no door, so obviously they came in that way. Luke did, let's see if the camera's gonna refocus, there we go. Luke did use some spray foam on the corners there. We haven't gotten up there yet. Do that next. And a little bit in the corner over there. Yeah, it's coming along. And if we can get the metal roof on tomorrow, then we pretty much can just focus totally on the inside. We're not gonna side the outside of the tiny home this year. Oh, a dragonfly. So we're just gonna wrap it, and then we can move on to working on the inside and getting insulation, and eventually we gotta build a loft up there. So yeah, that's what the inside of the tiny home looks like. And at some point we should probably get a door. I don't know if the camera's picking up. There are so many bees. Of course, as soon as I film, they stop. Oh, there they go again. There are so many bees. Like, there must be a hive nearby. And I can only imagine they're prepping for winter. Do bees hibernate? Do they die? I should know these things. There are so many though. And we took a quick break. And now we're working on the eastern side of the tiny home. This should go a lot quicker in theory, because Luke's not 23 feet off the ground.
Oh, God. Well, kind of, man.
Well, for this corner you are.
I mean, that's safe, right? Should be fine.
We are just the perfect examples of safety and OSHA followers. Good enough for government. Yeah, because that's so much better.
Merry Christmas, everyone! We hope everyone had a great holiday, however you celebrate it. For Luke and I, it was a quiet and low-key holiday. Luke actually ended up having to work on Christmas Eve, which also happens to be my birthday, but he came home on Christmas Day, which is actually his birthday. It's pretty funny to tell people our birthdays and see their reactions. A lot of people don't believe it at first. And you know, everyone assumes that kids with holiday birthdays always get the short end of the stick. And maybe that is true, but it's not like we had anything else to compare it to. But our parents all worked really hard to make sure we had a day to celebrate that was separate from the Christmas holiday. So back to the build. I'm sorry if it's a little jarring to jump around with videos filmed more recent and videos filmed a while ago, but this way we can keep uploading videos that show the entire cabin build in chronological order. I believe this video was filmed in early November or late October. We had a strange, warm, and really late fall this year. I really shouldn't complain too much because it allowed us to get a lot of work done on the tiny home though. Luke picked up these cement boards and black outdoor paint from Lowe's. I really love the matte black color though. We're not quite sure what color the siding's gonna be yet, but whatever we do, it'll complement the black. It does look really sharp, and it also just adds a little bit of extra detail to something that is otherwise pretty run-of-the-mill. The detail on the cement boards makes them look like wood grain almost. They look pretty cool. So anyways, can't believe we're at the end of 2023. For us, one of the obvious highlights of the year was definitely starting in on the cabin build and seeing how far we were able to make it. But I'm curious if our followers want to let us know something that was the highlight of their year. So definitely let us know in the comments. I'd love to read it.
We're definitely getting there. We're about to put our final piece on the eastern side, and then we move to the back, and then we are done with this whole project, which is really exciting because that means tomorrow hopefully we can put metal on. I'm just cleaning up. You know, sometimes people are like, she doesn't do anything, and yeah, I'm like 5'4", can't really hold up a lot, can't do a lot, nor do I really like heights, but I can clean up. That I can do.
I'm gonna be able to do this from the top.
Well, do you want me to get the other ladder and I'll hold it?
I'm gonna get this up.
Okay. Watch out.
I think we have to do it from down there.
Luke just pulled up the last piece of fascia. Fascia or fascia?
What?
Is it fascia or fascia?
I don't care anymore.
So that's the last board. We're gonna get it nailed in, and then that is this project finished. Finito. Dunzo.
Fin.
Fin. So it'll feel really good to get a project totally done, and it looks really good. What is this technically called? Concrete board?
Hardy board.
Hardy board. Almost there, baby. sorry. Oh shit. I'm gonna move. What do you need? Do you want me to climb up that ladder? All I have to do is hold it, right?
I don't know. Should have put the other spacer up.
Well, do you want me to hold it?
Yeah, climb up. We're gonna push it back on top.
Okay.
So it's safe. Got it? Up, 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 up. And flop. Okay. Push, give it a little nudge up there. Now, let's redo these because they're all wrong. Always the last one.
It's always the last one that gives you the most trouble, right, babe?
Every God.
But we're so close. We're so close. I can already taste the beer and nachos.
They're open, still open by the time we get there.
It's only 4.
Oh, right.
It's 4:19. Yep. We use these clamps as like braces, so it's just right.
Just to keep it from flopping backwards.
Yeah. Putting that up, and then hopefully just slide it down and drill it in. Do you need a third clamp?
I don't know. I haven't needed one this whole time. Until now.
It should be fine if it can rest on that.
So.
You want my help again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready?
Mm-hmm. All wrapped up, but we're gonna check on game camera really quick. And I am no longer going anywhere by myself on this property after knowing that there's 4 mountain lions that live here.
Hey, it's a single mother, all right? She's just doing her best.
I mean, something's definitely been tracking through here.
Yeah, us checking the game camera.
It looks good.
It's done. That's all that matters.
All right, finally got a project like almost started and finished in one go. That does not happen here a lot.
No, because we are taking, what did the guy say?
If
I don't know how you could take any longer to build that cabin even if you tried.
Yeah,
I don't know. We're trying though.
we are. Well, Luke got all of the actual fascia boards up and they look great. So he got all 4 sides of the roof done. So that means hopefully tomorrow, pending crappy weather or loss of motivation, we can get started on the actual metal roof.
It's playing. It's got to get done. All right.
All right, well, that's it for this one.
Let's get out of here before the cougars get us.
All right, that's it for this one. See you in the next one. I am tired.
This project was a simple one that we were able to complete in a day. If you've been following us for a while, you'll know that simple projects always take longer than we think. This project was also special because for the first time, we got a glimpse of what our tiny home will look like because we painted the boards a crisp matte black. We're still not sure what kind of color the siding will be, so feel free to add your suggestions in the comments. This may or may not be our last video of 2023. I can't believe a whole year has come and gone. They weren't kidding when they said the years do fly by. We've accomplished so much this year, and I'm proud of all the work we've put in on this cabin build. If we don't see you again in 2023, we hope everyone has a happy new year, and we'll see you in 2024.